it's time to take a trip down 10 Cloverfield Lane. Hello everyone, it's me Ben Almaden and welcome to the latest edition of Entertainment Zone. I'm here today for my review of 10 Cloverfield Lane. Now, before we get started, I have had a couple of messages saying, dude, where's your Deadpool review? Have you not seen it yet? Honest answer is I saw the film about a week after it came out, so I was a bit behind. I was in London for Walker Stalker Con, which is a big Walking Dead convention. So I waited to see Deadpool there in IMAX. And I thought by that point, I was like, oh, everyone's probably seen it. But the more I think about it and the more you guys are asking, I probably, should post a review for Deadpool. So I may try and get round to doing that. Okay, so let's get straight down to business. We're here today for my review of 10 Cloverfield Lane. Now, many other reviews that I'd seen were very vague about this film, saying, it's probably best if you go into this film knowing as little as possible. And I've got to agree with this sentiment. In typical J.J. Abrams fashion, the film has been shrouded in mystery. It was only announced a month before release. And both the trailers and reviews have been very vague about what the film's actually about, and this benefits it greatly. It's a very, very well written film, I've got to say this, and it's very tense and very atmospheric. So without giving anything away, the film focuses on Mary Elizabeth Winstead's character, Michelle, who finds herself in a car accident and then wakes up in an underground bunker with Howard, played by John Goodman, and Emmett, played by John Gallagher Jr. And the film progresses from there. It's a very tense, atmospheric film, as I say. You question the motivations of all the characters, and it's a very good character-driven piece. I'm not going to give away the connections to Cloverfield. Producer J.J. Abrams has said, this is more of a blood relative of Cloverfield, and I would agree with that. Don't go into this expecting a direct sequel from the original film. It's a very different film from Cloverfield 2, so I would say go into this film with zero expectations. Just go in with an open mind, knowing very little about it, and just enjoy the ride. All the cast gives solid performances in this. I really have got to say all three of them are amazing. Mary Elizabeth Winstead is a fantastic leading lady, but I've got to say, John Goodman steals the show. Watching this film made me think about all the other fantastic roles he's done in his career, and I thought, this guy is one of my favourite actors, and I'm going to go on record here and say I think his role as Howard in 10 Cloverfield Lane is one of his best roles ever. A real career-defining moment. It's a great, great role. The film is shot beautifully. It was directed by Dan Trachtenberg, and he's done a fantastic job creating such a atmospheric piece. It's really, you feel the claustrophobia of being in this bunker, which then adds to the mystery and the motivations behind the characters. And it's written so well. The only gripe I have with this film is its ending. I won't say right now what the ending is. We'll leave that as we go into the spoilers. Personally, I think this film would have worked as its own film and not part of the Cloverfield universe. You may agree, you may disagree. To me, I enjoyed everything up till the last 20 minutes or so. But that's all I'm going to say on the film for now. On IMDb, I rated it 7 out of 10. It's a strong film, well acted, well written, well directed. John Goodman gives a career-defining performance. It's a real thriller. It really is. But yeah, for me, the ending just kind of let it down. So go and see the film. It's well worth checking out. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. I get the feeling this film is going to divide a lot of people, both Cloverfield fans and the general film audience. So let me know what you think. I'm going to go into some spoiler discussion now. So if you haven't seen the film and don't want to be spoiled, this is your spoiler warning. Okay guys, we are going into spoilers. There's no turning back now. If you don't want to be spoiled, go away. Okay, so let's talk firstly about the ending, 'cause to me this is what let the film down. I saw this film with a friend and we both kind of said, do you get the feeling that like the moment from where Michelle gets out and takes the mask off and realises Howard's lied to her, the air's breathable, it's fine. From that moment, do you think the stuff that follows with all the alien attacks and Michelle versus the aliens was just tacked on at the end to make it into a Cloverfield film? And we both agreed it really did feel that way. And so it's no surprise that this film was originally written back in 2012 as a film called The Cellar, and J.J. Abrams and Bad Robot have kind of turned it into this quasi-sequel to Cloverfield. To me, that would have just been a real moving final shot. She gets out, takes the homemade gas mask off, realises Howard was full of shit, pardon my French, and that she was free. But then, of course, we have the aliens come over, and her battling the aliens and blowing them up, and to me, it just seemed like, oh man, really? All the way through, you know, you're thinking, is the how is the film connected to Cloverfield? Is the radiated air caused by the monster in New York? And then obviously we don't even see Cloverfield or Cloverfield's mother in this film. You know, I'm referring to Cloverfield as the monster from the first film. We get all brand new aliens and spaceships, and to me it was just like, if you're going to make it a Cloverfield sequel or blood relative, give us the Cloverfield monster. But now we're getting brand new aliens and stuff, and to me that just felt like, oh man. And it took away from the atmospheric psychological thriller aspect of the film, because like my friend said, you know, 50 years from now people will look at this film and think, what a great film, and then aliens at the end, you know, and how dated that will probably be. I get that the film is definitely an allegory for domestic abuse. You know, Howard's very controlling of Michelle, and we learn he's possibly a paedophile as well, or abusing women and girls. You know, that scene where they're playing the card game and he can't think of the word woman, is using girls and little princess. Howard as a character really makes your skin crawling. That's a credit to John Goodman's performance. But so I get that, and you know, the film, you know, as Michelle says, she runs away from everything all her life, and so the film ends with her making the choice: do I run away or do I turn and fight the aliens with the other survivors when I hear them broadcast on the radio? So I get that, I get the allegory. So with that regards, the alien attacks make sense. It makes it a character-defining moment for Michelle. But for me, it just, I think the film would have been better as The Cellar, and just make it a psychological thriller. You know, I've heard they want to make a Cloverfield universe now, so it'll be interesting to see how they go forward. You know, with that. Whether they'll make a third film that's connected or not. People are speculating, is this film even in the same universe as Cloverfield, because Cloverfield was set, I think, in 2009. This film's present day. There's iPhone 6s, modern day cars. So they either live in a world at the start of the film where they don't know anything about the New York attacks, or it's a continuity error. is each Cloverfield movie going to be, is it an anthology series now? Is each film going to be a new monster or alien attack, putting everyday people in this extraordinary sci-fi apocalyptic event? Who knows? I thoroughly enjoyed the film, and I probably would have given it 9 or 10 out of 10 if it was just the cellar and all the alien shit wasn't in there. It would have been better not as a Cloverfield film, basically, but as it stands, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Gotta say though, John Goodman, those scenes, he's so creepy. When he's like saying how Michelle will feel and then not finding the words for woman, and how physically imposing he is. He's a real terrifying character, so tense. And when he kills Emmett and then dissolves his body in acid, it was like, holy shit. Gruesome stuff. So that's my thoughts on 10 Cloverfield Lane. If you've seen the film, obviously let me know whether you agree, disagree. How would you like to see the Cloverfield franchise move forward? Let me know in the comments below. I'm up for a discussion as always. And remember, for all the latest film and TV news and reviews, be sure to subscribe. You can find me on Twitter at BLMaiden, and Entertainment Zone's also on Tumblr at entertainmentzone.tumblr.com. Okay guys, so until next time, take care and speak to you soon.